At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
This one?
You know what, man? It's coming down. It's coming down. I better not go in. I'll shut up next time. What's you been doing for? The other day, what was included where she got that goal, and now I'm saying 3 hours? Yeah. was never 100 degrees. I was on 96. That was about 2 seconds.
No, I don't need it.
This one. You want me to bring it here or the car? Just go with the car. There's a ball here, you said. I think might have one. There's one behind against the other. Yeah, one. So we lost Adelaide Uni, drew to Adelaide Uni the 2 games. That's when I get the top 5.
Hello, good evening and welcome to New Spot Stadium for the final match of round 12 in the Apex Steel WNPL South Australia. Modbury Vista versus Adelaide Comets, 8th versus 4th on the table in the final match of this round. I'm your lead commentator for this one, Seb O'Neill, joined alongside Adelaide City WSL head coach Paul Morris. Paul, lovely to have you alongside me.
No, thank you very much, Seb. Pleasure, and looking forward to this one. It should be a good game. Vista looking to pull themselves clear of that second bottom, potentially dragged into, and Comets to consolidate that 4th spot they're in at the moment. So, no, it should be a good game. Should be a good game.
As we see both sides line up at the centre of the field, we'll go through the starting lineups, starting with the home side of Modbury Vista. In goal, number 1, Abby Lucas. Number 4, Emily Gale. Number 5, Ella Smith. Number 11, Georgia Dearden. Number 13, Ness Reid. Number 14, Ariana Mondiri. Number 20, Tia Shinakis. Number 21, Sophie Lazinski. Number 23, Mina Nishitani. Number 33, Amelia Ingham. And number 36, Daisy Halliday. As we see the two captains go for the coin toss, Ness Reid and Elena Soroulis for Adelaide Comets. Our refereeing staff for tonight in the middle, Ibrahim Sadie, and assistant referees Chun Kit Chow and Ethan Zajax. And we'll go to the Comets starting lineup for starting with their captain, number 2, Elena Soroulis. Number 6, Izzy Notridge. Number 8, Chrissy Panagaris, returning. Missed out last week. Number 9, Anastasia Willoughby. Number 10, Georgie Nicola. Number 14, Emily Hazelwood. Number 15, Sienna Weston. Number 20, Kylie Pridham. Number 24, Abby Middleton. Number 37, Yuka Sasaki. And number 63 in goal, Masuzu Ito. Said the final match of this round. Just having a quick round out of the other results before we do get this one underway. West Torrens Burkalla defeating Flinders United 3-0 on a Wednesday night. Adelaide Uni with a 2-1 win over Metro Stars last night, as did Campbelltown have 5-1 over Football SA. And West Adelaide coming from behind to defeat Salisbury Inter 2-1. Modbury Vista able to go 6 points clear of Metro Stars in ninth with a win today. Adelaide Comets will go 1 point within Salisbury Inter in 24 if they have a win, and go a few points clear of Campbelltown City in fifth. Will be Adelaide Comets with kickoff here at New Spot Stadium for the fifth time this season as we get started. Early ball over the top, able to be headed away. Sasaki. Nicola looking to turn back, and now with Sienna Weston. Nishitani, though, sliding in early. Is a very cool night tonight in Adelaide and up here in Modbury. Currently sitting, as I check, at 8 degrees, Paul, but no rain, thankfully.
No, it's and I'll take 2 degrees, to be honest, after last night's drenching at down at West Beach where we played Jaguars last night. It was literally coming in sideways for the whole second half, and we got drowned to the skin, as they say. So tonight I'll take a bit of cold. And here's Chrissy Panagaris bursting into the box.
Looking for something early. Panagaris cutting it back across the goal. Will be chased down to retrieve, then they'll try again, you imagine. Nicola has the pressure on from Mina Nishitani now. Sasaki putting a ball in of her own, and Abby Lucas, strong hands from her. That one flicked up in the air. Modbury Vista, of course, playing on Monday night this week. Their game was postponed from originally when it was on Saturday, but that was another wet and rainy day in which matches had to be moved around various pitches, so a bit less time to recover, but not too much. Adelaide Comets having played on the Friday against West Adelaide. But Vista, I'm sure, loving to be able to play at home here as they play this ball over the top, but the offside flag does go up. Didn't get to play games here when they were first in the WNPL in 2022, but as I said, Paul, this is their fifth here tonight this season in the league.
Yeah, and again, it's strange because, you know, obviously coaching here and playing here, I can't see any difference to the ground from when they weren't allowed to play here the first time. But it's a strange decision, but it's good. It's good, and it's the way it should be. I'd like all clubs to play at their own ground, and we play at Service FM just for special one-off games and one-off nights.
Cleared away. Willoughby now back with Saroulis. Of course, celebrated her 250th match last week against West Adelaide, to Elena Saroulis, the captain for Adelaide Comets. Here's Mondiri into Nishitani. Now Ness Reid just having to hold their feet for the moment there. Leszczynski returning to the starting lineup tonight, was only used from the bench last week. Did, and unable to get the better of Nicola, but that time she did Willoughby. Reid looking to spray it wide and forward for Ella Smith, but just unable to get the right touch. Sasaki had a miscue there from the first time hit. Already 3.5 minutes in.
Started off a fast pace here. Both teams trying to test each other out and try themselves out.
That might just be them trying to keep themselves warm.
Yeah, potentially, yeah, but I think one of them just needs to, certainly Vista, just when they get the ball, just need to put their foot on the ball and try and control the pace of the game.
Sasaki. Her ball's over, and Mondiri having to do some defensive work up against Izzy Nottridge. That will roll out for a throw.
Anna, get higher! Time you run.
Good news for Vista, as they've only conceded the 1 goal in the first 15 minutes so far. Although I might jinx them here as Willoughby goes for the long ranger into the netting behind the goal. The only goal they conceded was actually an own goal
Yep. Watch left.
against Metro.
There you go.
That one unable to reach Ellis Smith, but
Don't come off.
they'll able to bring it
Don't
back.
come off.
Smith again.
Don't come off.
Caught under pressure maybe just slightly by Hazelwood. Touch just able to be kept in, no.
Oh, just out. Interesting, Ella Smith playing in a higher attacking role tonight. I've seen her there a couple of times, but potentially, well, usually she's a right or left back for them. And very good player. Coached her when she was very young at Para Hills when I was there for us. Oh, well done, Abby. I coached at Para Hills for a season along with Georgia Dearden when I was there. So good young players they were at the time. It's good to see them come on and develop into strong WNBL players.
Throwing on that far side. Brilliant. Just unable to keep it within her touch, and it will be a Vista throw now. 2 losses in their last 5. Modbury Vista, 1 draw and 2 wins. Comets the same, just in a different order. Didn't. Finds the ball wide, and now Smith looking to play it in through to Halliday. Will be Vista's throw again.
That's fine, Millsy, be brave.
Shanaka's going for the first time cross, but only found a sea of bodies and wasn't able to make it through. Down goes Mondiri, but no foul. Had a misplaced pass, and now Ingham out on the wide left. Having to chase this one down before it goes out of play, but unable to keep it in. Another throw. Of course, Modbury Vista last year very much used to dominating matches, winning almost every week. Really for the past few years since they've been back down, just had second place finishes before last year, really. As a player goes down, and that will be a foul. They've certainly had to adapt so far this season.
Now, the pleasing thing, again, when they've come up this year is they haven't gone too much change. They've kept the nucleus of the squad that brought them up and brought in a couple of very good overseas players. And got Ness back fit and playing, which is a crucial thing for them in Mina's just absolute quality that they have in any side. So Diaz has done well. He's strengthened in the right areas, brought players in, experience and quality, and you know you'd love to see them stay up this year. They deserve. It was great to see them get that first win, and then they've gone on from there. So I hope they stay up.
Yeah, the other good omen for them is that their only 2 wins this year against Uni and Flinders both came here at New Spot Stadium. Certainly is a hard ask perhaps against Adelaide Comets, but they're certainly not unbeatable. Always tends to be competitive matches. As Mondiri tries to use her pace down the wing. Just caught out at the last moment. Cleared forward. And Gale looking to do the same for Vista. That's a poor pass right into the path of Emily Hazelwood, nearly putting that right through for Chrissy Panagaris, but they'll have another go. Deary having plenty of work to do already.
Yeah, no, she's working hard in defensive areas. She's more known for her attacking prowess with them, but she's working really hard in defence, which is good to see. It's what you need to do as your wide player. Go and help your full back out or come and make that extra play in midfield, try and win that ball and then transition from there. I mean, the other risk of it is, of course, she's not getting forward enough to try and help them out and create something up the other end, but I'm sure someone will come during the game for her.
This is their top goal scorer this season with 6. Missing currently their top goal scorer of last season in Caitlin Williams, was the WSL Golden Boot winner as well, with 23 in last year's campaign. Had the 3 so far in her 9 matches, but wasn't available on Monday nor tonight.
No, I saw her when I turned up, Seb. She was still limping there, so it must be a fair knock she's got out an injury. I can't see her back. A couple of weeks, it looked at least just judging off the limp. It's a strange thing, but I've seen a few injuries over the time, so judging it off a limp's probably not not my area of expertise, I suppose.
Especially your limps.
Yes, not my limps. Yes, mine was 2 months or 3 months of it, man.
Weston finds it nicely wide. Hazelwood has the runner in behind her and just tries to play her through, but the pass not there on that occasion. Nisha Tani looking to go first time forward towards Daisy Halliday, but the ball didn't reach her. Middleton. Nicola. Sasaki gets the touch right, but now oncoming pressure from Leszczynski does well to defend and also win the throw. Hasn't started since round 8, Sophie Leszczynski. Starts tonight, joining from Adelaide City last year. Shinakis turn unsuccessful.
Yeah, no, she was one of the players we would like to have kept along with Abby Lucas, but they made the decision to go in the Premier League, and good luck to them. There's no hard feelings or anything from our side of the club. We spoke to them in the off season, and they decided now they wanted to go, which quite rightly they should do, the young players, and try and grow and develop. So, and they've had good seasons. So Abby made some excellent saves on Monday night.
Yeah,
really good saves. But
both keepers very much having good games on that Monday.
Yes, I was very impressed with NTC's goalkeeper. You can see she's been there with Adelaide United for the season in the training, but our distribution was excellent. Our shot stopping was very good. So, and again, as we chatted about before the game, I thought Vista should have probably got something more out of that game. Deserved at least a point, if not more, out of it.
Yeah. Certainly created a lot of chances in that match, just unable to finish.
Yeah, that's football. You create them. If you don't take them, you don't win games. So.
Now here's Chrissy Panagaris, someone we know who can finish very well, as can Sasaki. Now goes back out wide. The flag does go up though. Decent finish.
Decent finish.
Won't count, but decent finish still. Good practice.
Yeah, well, give her a little bit of confidence for the next time. But with Chrissy now, know Chrissy for a lot of years now from my time at Metro. I started off there and saw her come through and develop from. And they're probably, as I said, the best out-and-out striker in finishing and movement in the league. And she's here.
She's played through here, Chrissy Panagaris, but she's offside again. Abby Lucas will take the free kick. Leszczynski. Pass gets past. Comets back in possession. A nice quick passing there, but Panagaris just offside.
Very close. I thought potentially could have been in our own half there, but linesman was in a very good position, so well done.
Lucas again to take this free kick just before the halfway line. Looks to put it wide. Hingham. And he's experienced defending there. Just let that one roll out for the goal kick.
Yeah, well defended. Stood our ground. My God. See how Modbury's press goes.
Willoughby. Now Sasaki. That one goes through, but again, just offside was Hazelwood. Holding that back line well.
Yeah, it's a good line at the moment, but it's a dangerous game to play, playing that high. And you've got the quality of, Yuka there who can play quality in behind, and Anastasia, good wide players, and Hazelwood will they'll time them runs right.
I was going to say, it'll be a matter of time when they start to learn and notice those patterns.
Yeah, as we saw just before there, Chrissy's starting higher. Now she can get the pace behind her in the movement, so.
Went out of play before the ball was kicked.
It's interesting seeing Yuka in a Comets shirt. We haven't played against her earlier in the season when she was at Western Strikers. So
Played 7 matches and scored the 2 goals for them in the first half of the season before rejoining Adelaide Comets for this second half. It's another ball over the top that won't come to anything.
I know one was against us when we played them at home. Sure, one again. I'm not sure if she got both. I'm not, but I know she's definitely scored against us. So good finish as well. It was.
Nothing inside.
Mondiri, perhaps just chasing that one down half-heartedly. Nishitani, now Mondiri again. Intercepted. Willoughby trying to turn, but was caught. Nishitani just trying her luck and getting something. Probably would be the first shot of the match for Vista. Even if it was only really a half chance. A bit of miscommunication there. Nijinsky was happy to let it roll, but I think it was Emily Gale just caught out and wasn't sure what to do in that situation.
Yeah, they need to be talking there, but again, it's don't let it bounce, and then they won't be in that situation. That's big frustration as a coach when you see long clearances from the goalkeeper coming in.
Cross comes in, it's headed away only as far as Willoughby. Pridden, able to find an angle to shoot for herself. Nice turn by Willoughby, trying to find the ball in, but Abby Lucas down quickly and holding well. Over the top. That's a fortunate deflection off Nishitani, which lets them continue on. That one goes past Chrissy Panagaris.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's for handball. I'm seeing the West there.
Mondiri to Nespreed. Looking for that ball forward, but only Abby Middleton was there. Back to Ito from Saroulis. Saroulis again. Under pressure to play that pass, but managed to make it. And that's one over the top to be chased down. Pridham as Chrissy Panagaris is the only option in the box. Hazelwood's arriving. Able to be dealt with for now by Shinakis, but again under pressure. Gets it from a deflection. Still going is Shinakis, but Hazelwood using her body well and getting herself in front. Sasaki did, and trying to put in a challenge, but unable to contain her as Sasaki puts the ball in. And perhaps a risky clearance.
You know, someone, she had to take the chance there. Trim stand at the back post unmarked, so it worked out a good clearance. I think it was Emily Gale there. Good skills again from Yuga, just driving into the box, showing all that quality, and then a great cross in. First corner of the game, I think I said.
Yeah, just under 20 minutes in. 0-0 between Vista and Comets. Got a corner to contend with. Living at the back post. Takes a touchdown and able to be controlled, but only right back into the path of Izzy Notridge. She strikes from distance! And Abby Lucas having to make a touch there, otherwise that one was in.
Good strike. Straight. It still had to be done. Pushed over the ball well, but a good strike there. Again, the centre forward's got to do better there. He's got to work harder and come in with the centre half, then stop that.
Has scored from long distance before, Izzy Notridge, so more than confident to take on that strike, and you saw it there again as to why. Here comes another corner though. Vista maybe just needed to do a bit better dealing with this one as that one. There's a touch from Abby Lucas again. Out for another corner.
No, both Notridge and Cerulus like that, like to drive forward and get those long-range shots, and they both scored really good goals from distance, so it's something Modbury will need to be aware of.
Willoughby delivering in this corner again, able to be dealt with, only for the moment. Goes back out wide to Anastasia Willoughby. She puts in the first time cross. Away by Dearden. Able to launch on a counter as the ball just wasn't going to make it. Pridham's on side here. If she can get the strike off. Whistling wide of Abby Lucas's right post. And that's about 3 or 4 chances in the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, no, three great corners put in there by Anastasia. That ball just falling out in a great little ding in behind there from Abby Middleton. That's probably the closest we've come to a goal.
Abby Lucas again to take a goal kick. As we get to a quarter of the way through the half. Or quarter through the match, I should say.
Yeah, that's gone over quickly. Again, on a strange statement, so it's offside again.
Panagaris just unable to hold her line once again, according to the assistant referee on the far side.
Always find that a strange statement, so it's gone over quickly. Time's a constant. It never changes. So and we hear it all the time. It makes me laugh, and I still say it myself when I do commentaries, but went no quicker than it did yesterday. But,
oh, that's a risky one all the way back. Ito has having to chase that one down. The pass coming from Sienna West, and Ito just wasn't there to receive it. Perhaps, maybe Vista just trying to pile on some pressure of her own. Mondiri, I think, was adjudged to have been offside there.
I think it might have been Mina coming back the first time when it bounced, I think, more than Mondiri.
Yeah.
Put in early, a bit of embarrassment there. No look past, expected the keeper to be there, and she'd gone wide to try and open the game up a bit.
Comes off Hazelwood, didn't know where it went though. She'll receive it back here if the ball holds down enough. She'll chase it down with her own pace to keep it in. Nearly gets past one. Attempted turn by Shinakis. Doesn't win the throw, but just gets out of play.
Keep your distance.
Comets probably, well, almost definitely have had the larger share of chances, but can you say either side has really been in control of the football as such? It's been very sort of 50-50 a lot of the time as to who has consistent possession and who is holding the ball.
Yeah, no, I said that after probably 5 minutes. One team needs to just get a foot on the ball and hold the game. It's been back and forwards, but a million miles an hour. So it's when it's that type, it's easier to defend. And Comets have had the more of the possession, the greater the possession, but haven't really created anything clear-cut apart from Pridham's effort 2 or 3 minutes ago. But I think they just need to try and slow the game down a little bit.
And I suppose in that aspect, it's sort of working in the favour of Modbury Vista just being able to contain Comets, at least for now, more than anything.
Yeah, no, 100%, because we're trying to play that quickly. You know, you look at it now, they've pretty much got past one day. There's only Chrissy in the box.
Yeah.
You know, so they're playing that pace. They're not getting players into the box, so, and supporting when they do getting it in there. So
that header flicked on. Nishatani will be the beneficiary of the loose ball. Has plenty of time to find a pass, and she's really trying to telegraph something. Comes off the back of Dearden all that time. Mondiri. Again, the ball is loose. Closed down by about 3 blue shirts, I think there was Georgie Nicola. Still managed to make it the way of Comets. Willoughby. The flag does stay down as this one's played into Panagaris. Caught tight on the angle. Will be a goal kick.
but again, a good break, and as we just said before there, just Chrissy in the box again. So there in that position you're looking for the wide player breaks in that box to pull it back. You know, she pulls it back there to the, you know, behind the 6-yard box there, the penalty spot. There's no one there. No. I don't know if Joel wants to get his 10 to play a little bit higher and support Chrissy a little bit more. They get a lot of possession on him. It's potentially what I would do if I was a coach.
It's a shame you're not.
Shame I'm not. No, shame I'm not. Pity. Never mind. I'm enjoying commentating anyway. It's offside again.
We see that shot from her. Perhaps just in a bit of frustration more than anything.
No, definitely. Definitely.
Maybe Lucas again with a free kick in which she'll take short. Brzezinski, also having spent time in Tasmania with Olympia Warriors. And she actually won a league title in 2020. Necessary risk, perhaps.
Yes, it's strange. I should get not even my teams, but I get frustrated with things.
Panagaris unleashes.
Oh,
what a finish from Chrissy Panagaris. She always threatens with that type of strike, and when she pulls it off.
Yeah, and that's why, as a coach, you get frustrated when there's time just to keep possession of the ball, draw the defence out, long ball turned over, and there's the opportunity. We've seen Chrissy score so many goals like that. You give her enough chances, she'll take one. So,
in her 11th match of the league season, scores her 10th goal. Does Chrissy Panagaris. Now Vista having to get something back. They're able to hold out for a good just under half an hour, but now they need to get something back of their own to get something out of this match. All the way back from Middleton towards Masuzu Ito. Ito again.
Press.
Unable to make that one work, and here they come again, Adelaide Comets. Well, time to win that header first. Up that quickly here. Brzezinski. Well done there by her.
Yeah, it was good skill.
That unable to be kept in, though, unfortunately for Shinakis. Willoughby into battle against Ness Reid. First time pass out to Mondiri. Pridham just trying to force her way forward. Even at only the age of 15 is Carly Pridham. This is already her 12th match of the season. Trying not to get herself caught in the corner. Making use of each other, but the clearance will mean another throw.
No, it's good to see the young Pridham getting the opportunity, and Joel giving her the opportunity week in, week out now. Plenty of potential. Got pace. One thing defenders hate.
Did go over to the Emerging Matildas Championships. I think is only one of 2 non-Football SA players, her and Sophia Tambakis, on the bench as well for Comets tonight at 14. The 2 that aren't a part of the state program that were included in that team.
Yeah, Crusade! Yeah, Crusade!
Lucas acting quick to clear, which will go straight out. And we'll need a new ball, as there's nobody on the far side to go and collect on the second pitch. Of course, you will see here there are quite a few lines over the pitch at New Spot Stadium. You've got the main pitch with the white, which we're playing on now, and then the pitch behind it, as well as a second pitch. We'll pause on that for the moment as this ball comes in. Need to be dealt with Ness Reid, and she clears again. That will just stay in. Now under control, Mondiri. Nishitani. A quick turn from her. Brzezinski. Chinakis has Dearden in close proximity. Dearden just getting herself in the way and now really battling against Sasaki. She'll go again, Dearden. That one cleared just to maybe just halt the pressure. But you got the 2 pitches going on this way, and then you can see the yellow lines, which can make the pitch go long ways across the grandstand. Panagaris knew she was offside that time. Not too many complaints. Just under 15 minutes left until half-time, and Comets with a 1-0 scoreline courtesy of Chrissy Panagaris. She's only scored once in a match this season. That was against West Adelaide, which they lost. Every other time she scored this season, they've won. Adelaide Comets.
It's not a bad record. It's not considering West Adelaide are unbeaten, and
she didn't play last week either, so she was able to continue it.
Just keep that run going.
Of course, when she returned last year for Adelaide Comets, scored in every single match in which she played when she joined midway through. As this is another one that comes in, but Abby Lucas just caught late, and will be a foul and a free kick.
Yeah, she got opportunities at Adelaide United. Hasn't been a squad player. I don't think she got enough opportunities as a starter, and should have probably been in 2 or 3 years at least before she got her first opportunity in the squad when she was younger, and scoring goals for fun. With her time in net rolling when she first went to Comets as well.
Yeah, across 3 years just about with Adelaide United. Only had the 22 matches think all of them but one being off the bench, and the one goal in which she scored against the Western Sydney Wanderers at Hindmarsh Stadium as well.
Yeah, it was that. Hindmarsh for it.
Good goal too.
Yeah, it was a good goal. I was actually sitting just beside her dad at that time. So.
Just was trying to look to flick on the header was Pridham, but couldn't get the angle right to duck down her head enough. Comets will now start out from the back again. Again, the pressure now, with being that goal up, perhaps a bit off them now. They can play with a bit more freedom and not have to be so frustrated, which I think you could see they were getting with how many times, well, especially when the offside flag came up, as they come here again looking for a second before half-time. Getting a boot into that one to clear it past halfway. Now Mondiri. Again, a very nice turn from her to continue on possession. Trying to chase it through Mondiri again. They will be taken out for a Vista throw. Not too often we've seen them in their attacking third with meaningful possession.
No, it's been in there. It's been a last third, or real quality when they've got there, and it's been 100 miles an hour. As we said, they need to probably get someone just to get that foot on the ball. Again, he's messed with a strike.
She'll try a look here.
Oh.
Not a bad hit, just wide of the target.
But again, she's no option there. You look at, there's no one out wide right here, so there's space here, but no one here.
Ball goes all the way through to Abby Lucas. Although 1-0 down, has already made some good stops, as she did on Monday night. As to be expected. Mondiri. Again, we said how she's very much been put to work all over the pitch tonight already. But again, as you said, probably not where they want her to be doing her work best, which is up front towards goal.
Looks like she's gone in a bit more of a central area at the moment, which is probably better position for her. Again, they need to Vista needs to get that ball, foot on the ball in midfield, but get that wide players to stay wide. It's not the widest pitch, but yeah, you need to take advantage and use what width there is available on it. And at the minute, they're probably playing a little bit too narrow, which is making it easier for Vista for Comets to defend at the moment.
We will restart play with a free kick. Less than 10 minutes now until half-time. On this very calm night in terms of weather, it's dropped down to 6 degrees now, Paul, from the 8 in which we started at kick-off, so
yeah.
Really nice to hear.
It's not a breath of wind. not a breath of wind. Flags aren't moving. It's a bit of a clear sky, so it's only going to get colder, mate.
Opportunity possibly here as that ball's played through, but Ito will be the one to come and collect. She'll be looking for only her third clean sheet of the season, Misuzu Ito. Shitani and Willoughby just getting caught within each other there for the moment. And again, that's good work from Mondiri. Dropping deep. That doesn't make it through from Nishitani. Willoughby again turning and playing the ball just right. Lucas deciding to come out off her line and just clear it out before Kylie Pridham was able to reach it and possibly make an opportunity.
Good goalkeeping again. But again, we saw a little bit of holding the line and Pridham's pace there.
Throw in into the box. Nicola, it's at first time. We'll go wide of the target. Comets, you'd say, as we tick towards half-time, would be relatively happy with the first half. You just say maybe that opening 20 minutes or so, a few things to work on. But again, that's being very nitpicky, you'd think. But that's how coaches should be, right?
No, it's exactly right. You try and analyse it to the...
All the 1%ers.
Well, that's right. They do make a massive difference. Those little 1% things is what, again, not other coaches do, but I'm sure they do. That's what we work on, and we work a lot of that in training. And try and encourage that. Those little 1% make a massive difference overall in the game and in the season. So we work hard on that in training, trying to improve those little areas that you can get better in. That, especially in taking the games. As you said, Comets will be pretty. Comets will be pretty. The coach will be pretty pleased. Vista haven't really, as you said, created a lot. I can't remember the goalkeeper for Comets having to make a forced into a save. There was the one little back pass that potentially, but.
Corner's high. The header will bounce away until Chrissy Panagaris will get a touch on it. Shanks that ever so slightly from where I think it was intended for.
I think you're being generous, Seb. That was a shot that gone totally wrong. Come on, Chrissy, well then. He sliced it totally. Nearly came off for her. Oh. Well, Diaz has got a bit of work to do at half time here with them to potentially a little bit of reorganisation, a little bit of shape change. Potentially try and slow the game down a little bit. And, you keep possession in your back third and try and draw that defence out and create space behind him. Also, he needs to get his wide players to stay away. Again, I look at it now, and there's all the space over on this right hand side for them. There's not a player. They've got Nest, they've got Mina, who can find that space, who can find them passes, and there's just no option out here for them.
Ball will eventually find some control. Did in getting a footing. Did again. That one goes over the top of Ingham. Bring that one right to the line and plays it through nicely. Willoughby just holding off on the cross before she can time it correctly. Now she goes for a shot of her own. Off target. Lines it upfield. Dearden wins the header. Again, Dearden with the final touch. Would you say so far that maybe going through, I guess, the attacking third, the midfield, and the defence, the midfield is probably the part that's probably most contested so far between the two sides?
Oh, for sure. And again, it's a little bit down to the detrimental. And this is what they've got. The pitch is and that's how they're difficult to beat at home because they train on here, so they should be used to the pitch. So, but it's again.
He's onside here, yes. Pridham. Battling against Pridham, still looking to find it. Lucas forced to save. And that cleared away. And again, you saw in that moment there where Vista had that meaningful possession. They tried to get forward, they lost the ball, and then Comets went right back the other way.
100%. And it's like I said before, there's not, on pitches of smaller size, you've got to try and use the width that's there available. And Vista at the moment just coming too similar, too compact in the middle.
It's a nice poke through. Panagaris only into the side netting that time.
We've got to try and again. So whether if your wide player come in, your defender will go with you. So it's making that midfield area even more congested. I think Diaz needs to try and sort that out at half time with him to get wide players into wider areas and take some of that congestion out of that midfield area.
Into additional time now of the first half.
Win the first one, ladies! Come on!
Nishitani again in the midfield, just trying to work themselves out. A pass played just behind from Willoughby towards Hazelwood. They able to play themselves out of that one well. Nicola again in this midfield area, losing the ball. Launch forward.
And again, you saw there, that was Alice Smith coming back into, again, she switched sides, and she's that wide left player, and she's in the middle of the park there.
Half time. Called by our referee Ibrahim Saidi. Chrissy Panagaris goal, the difference at the break. 1-0 to the away side from Adelaide Comets. Certainly in control, but again, Vista, perhaps with a few changes, still very much in this one, Paul.
Oh, for sure, 1-0's not too hard for them to get back from, but they've got to make some changes here, Vista. Unfortunately, as I said, I mentioned it 2 or 3 times, and they've got to change up. But 1-0, you're still in it. The Comets certainly well worth their 1-0 lead at the moment.
Absolutely. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time for the second half here at New Spot Stadium. Half-time score here is Modbury Vista 0, Adelaide Comets 1.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
G'day, Hamish here, reminding you everyone has a right to get home safe. There's no text, lost snack, backseat argument or hair emergency that's worth taking your eyes off the road for a moment. This is going to sound crazy, but not even a French fry. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and choose not to drive when you're tired, upset or under the influence. Pull over if you need to. And why not take a sec to pledge to drive so others survive? But again, later, when you get home.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
with RAA, proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA. As Christoph Panendas wins that header, here's Tabaris. It's a touch, but eventually pulled by Vidmar. And French hits it again! French with the volley that Harvest could not save. Simon finds Mullen. Mullen hits one from distance, and it's in! Mullen with a screamer! Absolute worldie from Mullen.
Goal of the week for sure.
Who has probably just gone and won the game for Playford in the 92nd minute.
Bonner, and it's in the bottom right corner. Captain Fantastic Aladdin Irabona puts his side ahead late in this clash, and are they on their way to 3 points for the first time this season? You didn't know which way it was going to go, who was going to take it, but you knew the final action was going to be the ball in the...
Just trying to calm things down at the moment after that. Lapse in concentration. Ball over the top here for Stam. Will get there first. Will Riley Stam, and he'll chip in brilliantly. At the club of his youth, Riley Stam scoring the first in this one. And what a finish.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
I think the thing that most people don't realise about being a referee is how much we train. We often train twice a week as a group. Then we have coaching sessions where we go through videos and look back at past few weeks. And then any of the outside of training stuff that we do, like our gym work and watching matches back and all that. All the extra time outside of match days are the big things for us. What makes it more than just blowing a whistle is understanding football and all the different layers of football, and then adding on top of that we then have to be impartial and understand the emotion of football, and then find that balance between understanding the emotion and then understanding the laws. I've had a few grand finals that I've been lucky to be a part of, and in those kind of games with the crowds and the energy, I can just tell that the football match that's going on is so entertaining, and that I'm lucky to have one of the best seats in the house for it.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level, and with a better level there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Welcome back for the second half here at New Sport Stadium. 1-0 to Adelaide Comets at the half-time break against Modbury Vista at New Sport Stadium. This place where they've won their only 2 WNPL matches. So you'd hope that home form, at least from a Vista perspective, can continue for them tonight, Paul.
Yes, we'll see if any tactical changes have been made by Diaz here to try and get them driving forward or create a little bit more in the final third.
That's a nice ball through for Pridham. Has Panagaris in the middle if she wishes to use her. Takes the touch in, does Pridham. Looks for the cut back, and Panagaris puts it wide. The whole goal at her mercy, and might have taken a deflection, actually.
Yeah,
so it can be a bit kind to her then.
Yeah, it took a slight deflection, but I think she'd be disappointed she didn't finish. And again, not being putting my coach's hat on her, probably a little bit critical of putting their great run in behind, great 2 or 3 touches, but probably should have squared it a little bit earlier. Made it an easier angle for Chrissy as a corner.
Headed away. Will come right back out to Yuka Sasaki as she goes for the shot. Far too high.
Sometimes you say the old saying, got ability and ambition mixed up, but you've got plenty of ability, so I wouldn't have surprised if you put it straight in the top corner there. So. That was a great chance for Comets on not even 30 seconds into the second half. 2-0 maybe to meet a challenge for Modbury, but said no, still 1-0 and they're still in it. So
4th ever meeting between these two sides in the WNPL. Of course, the 2 matches when they were Vista were in the WNPL in 2022, and then the previous fixture early on, the first ever meeting, finishing 5-4 the way of Adelaide Comets. The second being a 3-3 draw, and then earlier this year being 2-1. So plenty of goals between the few fixtures between these two sides.
Goals and usually close. So.
Yeah, that closest was that 3-3 draw, that second match between them in that 22 season. Yuka Sasaki scoring a brace, as well as Chrissy Panagaris. Lana Fitzsimmons and Leonardo amongst the goal scorers for Modbury Vista that day as well. Now both with Adelaide Uni and West Adelaide respectively. Although Fitzsimmons having missed out a large chunk of the season. Here come Adelaide Comets with Yuka Sasaki. Another, and the follow-up fell very kindly after the save from Abby Lucas, and makes it 2 for Adelaide Comets early into the second half.
Good run, well found. Good shot, good save on Abby, but it was good full of Pridham. Was it Pridham there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fell the one. Nice little touch to finish, so unlucky on the goalkeeper.
Her 3rd goal of the season equals her tally from 2025, does the 15-year-old. And it doesn't really matter how old they are, it just matters how good they are, is the saying especially that goes around, I think, in modern football more often than not, as this is another one from distance. The game getting younger and younger, I think, year by year, across both the men's and women's parts of the game.
No, it's good to see. We've got a young 16-year-old, Nikita Pereira, that was in NTC last year, and we picked her up. She's been excellent for us this season. Again, showing age is no shortcoming or no stopping. If you're good enough, age doesn't matter. They're in again here.
Here comes Pridham again, looking for a brace. Pridham just trying to poke it through. Sasaki on the edge of the box. That clearance not too clean. Willoughby seems to be a bit extra with Adelaide Comets so far, as there's a commentator's curse striking as they lose the ball, and Vista now make their way forward. Nishitani playing herself into just a bit of stress maybe, although they've made their way out of it nicely. Mondiri just unable to get the final touch to continue on through. Willoughby has the pressure on her. Now Nishitani towards Mondiri. Dearden against Nicola. Those two very much involved in battles in the first half. That's one from distance as well. Easy enough for Misuzu Ito.
There's a good little response there from Vista, because Comets have come out really out the traps flying here in the second half. Could have probably been 3 up. There's a good chance again there for Pridham.
Mondiri. Now Reid.
But again, as you can see, no width.
She was looking for that wide ball, you could see it. So for Lizinski. That pass just a bit too much in front. And it's a long jog to retrieve the ball as it rolls away on that far pitch. Nicola. Header on well by Ingham. Comets trying to come forward again. Just able to be cleared away. Just any 3 points that come in the next few weeks will be pretty big for them, with the position that Metro Stars are in at the moment, sitting in second bottom. They'll want to open a gap sometime soon. And not only that, they'll be able to open a gap when they play them next week.
Was it next week?
Yes. As the offside flag goes up there, Vista and Metro Stars playing at TK Shutter Reserve on next Saturday.
That is a huge game in the context of the season.
Adelaide Comets, alternatively, with a different type of challenge towards the top end of the table against West Torrens Burkalla. Another side who has strengthened in recent weeks as we've hit past that mid-season. Of course, these both two sides that, unfortunately for them, were knocked out in the WNPL WSL Cup semi-finals up at Mount Barker a few weeks ago. Comets going out on penalties to Burkalla. Modbury Vista emphatically beaten by West Adelaide that afternoon. To give us a West Adelaide and Burkalla Cup final on the 11th of July.
No, it'll be good. That should be a good game. We played Berks in the whatever it was in the first round before they brought in the Adelaide United players. But it was a good game. They're a good side, bit of depth. I think the positive they've had from previous years, they've got a bit of depth now. I think to the squad. So Mitch has come in and done a good job there in his first season. Of course, bringing Dylan and Izzy Hodgson in is going to strengthen any side. So it should end up being hopefully a good game.
Not too far away is that one now. About 3 weeks away from today. Will be the Cup final day, played alongside the Men's Federation Cup final as well.
Yeah, which is fantastic. It's the way it should be. It should be on even par with each other, and it's good there's no games booked on the day either. There will be some catch-up games. We're trying to arrange our catch-up game to play on in the morning and stuff sometime during that day against Western Strikers. But it's good. It's that standalone games with no other league games technically booked in within the league, and it's good the league are doing that. Again, as I said, getting the women's final on par with the men's is fantastic.
No handball, says the referee there. It was an interesting one. Certainly hit the hand, but it's one of those ones where I think especially from a spectator point of view, sometimes the handball rule can be a bit unspecific. As Chrissy Panagaris is in on goal here, gets past Abby Lucas, but takes herself slightly wide. Panagaris, a good block off the line to prevent her from getting a second. Modbury Vista, the back line, I think all believing that she was offside, but she continued on. Sasaki doing the same herself. Nicola looks to go over the top against Abby Lucas, but that one floating down right into her arms.
Yep, no power behind it, no pace. But again, I say it comes probably every time I'm on commentary about this handball and offside. I'm old school, unfortunately, Seb. Handball's handball and offside's offside. So it'd make the game a lot simpler as it was years ago. But again, it's all changed. What's passive offside, unpassive? Is it interfering, not interfering? Is handball is a natural position, an unnatural position? Well, I still haven't seen. Again, you might be you're probably more across the rules than me. I haven't seen the definition of what's a natural position for your hand or your arm. That'd probably make it a lot more easier if they explained what that class is a natural position.
Well, they had another shout for a handball here as Ariana Mondiri drives down towards the byline, but only comes in a goal kick. Ito. Notridge receiving back. That was well intercepted. Have to go all the way back, Wolajinski to Abby Lucas. Of course, both former Adelaide City teammates as well. Nishitani onside. Has an option in the middle if she can find her. Nishitani opts to go herself, bends it on that right boot. But it was curling wide only.
That's a good try. That's a bit better from Vista. A bit more positive. But again, someone out wide, a little bit of width for them. Found a player. Good signs for them.
Will be Masuzu Ito's goal kick.
Over the far side there, Seb. Is that fog or smoke?
I was about to. That's what I was checking. I was checking the weather. Just below 6 degrees at the moment, 5.8 to be exact. After I just checked, I hope it's fog.
so do I.
Certainly the type of night where I'm sure the players will lose feeling in their toes and fingers. And they'll want to keep moving as much as possible. You need to keep yourself moving in these types of games. Because not only with that, I guess the sort of cold also comes with the sharpness and just being quick off your feet as soon as possible.
Yeah. We get two starting and it's and the conditions don't help. It can turn into a negative. Easily turn into a negative for you. Yeah.
Chrissy Panagaris, I think, just catching Ariana Mondiri there will end up in a Vista free kick.
Yeah, there's no intent there. Just called her, she went past him. Rightly, he's give a free kick for it, and they move on.
Nishitani, head ball specialist, as we've come to know her over the years.
Yeah, absolute quality on the dead ball. Either foot as well. That's the.
Puts it in nicely. The head is bouncing. We'll go all the way back out wide. Cuts it back, but not sure if that was too much of the right idea, as now Comets try and get forward with some numbers. Oh, waited. Pridham, enough to keep it in play. onside as she goes forward here as Chrissy Panagaris to her left, opts for the shot herself. Panagaris was on for the run there. She just played it in front of her, maybe.
Yeah. The defender who doesn't get forward too often and sees goals and has a shot where it's probably a square ball to Chrissy making a run was probably a better option.
Just past the hour mark now where we might start to see some changes from either side. Only one lot of substitutes currently warming up. Not sure whether that's because they've been told to or they just want to keep warm.
No, if I was a sub tonight, I'd be warming up since the first whistle.
Safest option there, just clearing into that back pitch. And again, another long and lonely walk to collect.
It's a little bit like when we used to play at the Athletic Stadium. We played Comets there one night, and I think we played for about 6 minutes the whole game. We chased the ball the rest of the time. It was unbelievable. It was just every 2 minutes it was on the running track and out the other side, and people running after it.
Have to do a pole vault to go and collect the next ball.
Yeah, it was going everywhere.
Nice work from Saroulis with the touches. Trying to put it in through for Pridham, but a bit too much heft on that one.
Yeah, it's a bit too heavy there.
It's, of course, the final match of round 12 in the Apex Steel WNPL South Australia. Just to quickly recap the round that has been, Burkalla having a 3-0 win over Flinders. That match played on Wednesday night. Adelaide Uni 2-1 over Metro Stars. Campbelltown with a 5-1 win over Football SA, and West Adelaide winning narrowly 2-1 against Salisbury Inter last night. This is the only match being played today as the final match as well of the round. As things stand as well, Comets currently sitting in 4th, 2 points behind Salisbury Inter in 3rd, 3 points behind West Torrens Burkalla, who they face next week with an exactly equal goal difference. So another goal today could put them in a good way for next week if they do get 3 points over Burkalla. Modbury Vista still only just the 3 points clear of Metro Stars, but 6 behind Adelaide Uni. So with some ground to cover going upwards, so you'd imagine their main objective at the moment is missing out on that 9th place finish, which will start, as we said, just a bit earlier next week against the team below them in Metro Stars. The saving grace perhaps there is that they do have a much worse goal difference, so a loss won't be the end of things, but it will make things certainly difficult and interesting as Mondiri now tries to put a low ball in and will win a corner.
Yeah, good work again, but again, trying to get a little bit of width there, and that's a couple of times now they've done that, they're getting an opportunity, so. What's left now? Is there six games left in the women's?
Yes. 18 rounds of football before we head into finals, in which you never really know what to expect, especially after going off last year's final series.
Oh, yes, geez. Just getting there. I mean, that's what.
Well, in the back post, it's uncontested until Ito manages just to get the final ball, and she'll launch quickly from the throat. Prudent. A touch a bit too hefty. She'll luckily get the throw, though.
No, it was always the focus when I was coaching in the WNBL. It's all the focus was getting the finals, and then from there we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. That's always your focus. Doesn't matter about where you finish in that top 5. It's getting there, and then we've seen numerous times over the years. We saw the last season. in 2020 where Medlow came from nowhere to take the whole thing out.
Mondiri. Still going is Mondiri. Takes a turn past one. Referee waves off any penalty claims. Again, Mondiri continuing the hard work.
It was there. It was there. Proper striker, that one. You would have done that, Joel, in your day, surely.
Mondiri again to take it down from the throw. Again, really just trying to win any little battle she can in pursuit of a goal.
It's a good run from her again. So they put her wide here and she's getting a little bit of joy for Vista. And again, no real claims from the crowd from the bench maybe, but no real claims from the player herself for a penalty. I think she just lost her feet as she tried to turn inside her.
Necessary foul there. And a yellow card too. Even as the ball was already rolling out of play. The objective for Modbury Vista really now in this match is just about getting a goal and seeing what comes from there.
No, they get one. If they get one, just puts a little bit more pressure on Comets. Just makes them think a little bit. At the moment, 2-0 up, they can play a bit more of attacking, open brand.
Vista are looking at making some substitutions as well. A double change. Just receiving instructions in front of us on this close side here. Offside is Sasaki. So you would love to see the offside stat after this match. There's been plenty.
Yes, certainly with Comets. Probably be close to double figures, I think.
Ball's down. Not able to be gotten out of the feet here. Here's Mondiri on the edge of the box. Gets past one. Still trying to get closer and closer towards goal. Mondiri maybe should have just pulled the trigger a little bit earlier. Just trying to force something rather than really trying to get the best possible chance.
No, definitely. She got in the box. There was a little half a yard there. She should have pulled the trigger. And once you give Cerulis that little bit of opportunity, she's a very good defender, one-on-one defender. So you give her opportunity, she just blanked out the opportunity. And it had gone. But again, a little bit more positive signs there for Vista. But again, it's all coming through Mondiri. He's working hard now.
And so she didn't get many of those sorts of opportunities in the first half, even with the hard work, the same hard work she's doing now in this half, but certainly already had more chances in this first half of this second half. Three-quarters of the way through the match now. About 22 minutes left in the match. That one will bounce all the way out. As Vista will look to make that double change. Will be Daisy Halliday and Sophie Lejinsky off. And on will come Taylor Fiorita, as well as India Kuzna.
Interesting, Taylor going in at centre half there. I've never seen her play that. I've coached Taylor for a lot of years when it used to be stick. now it's emerging Matildas, but it used to be stick in the old money. She was in my squad for a couple of years. I did that for I was doing a bit for the FSA as it was then.
Willoughby to Nicola. Goes for outside of the boot, playing it through, but right the way through to Abby Lucas. Fiorita tried pushing that ball through, but again just finds only the opposite goalkeeper. Good space now. Panagaris opts to play it over the top for Pridham to run onto.
And she's got there again. Great pace.
Got the pace, yeah. Pridham takes
Good
a turn
skills.
past one, shoots on her left, and that's a great finish from Kylie Pridham to make it a brace for herself and 3 for Adelaide Comets.
Oh, it's a very good individual goal. Good little ball over the top from Chrissy, but still had a lot to do there. It showed her pace as we spoke about in the first half. Great little drag back and then good left foot finish.
She's now exceeded her goal tally of last season in fewer matches, has Kylie Pridham.
Head up, come on, Vista!
And again, still only 15 years of age, playing senior women's football in South Australia. Certainly will be difficult for Vista to get something out of this now. With only about just under 20 minutes left.
Oh, it's a big ask now. Come 3-0 down. It's 2-0 still in it and pushing for 1, but now at 3-0 it's a challenge. It's a challenge for them now, and they need to be careful now that they don't let Comets run over the top of them now. Need to keep working hard. Comets are preparing a couple of subs as well there.
It might be a double change for them. As here comes Pridham again now, of course, looking for a hat-trick if she wants it. Ishitani, I'm not too sure what she was doing with the touch there, has now let Willoughby play the pass through. She's tried it again there, which has come to some success. Georgia didn't. All the way back to Abby Lucas. Now be received back by Emily Gale. Didn't. Heavy touch, but helped out in that instance. The pass again did, and battling for it against Saroulis. Saroulis winning out. Willoughby. Saroulis making a run in forward, up in the nosebleeds. And now she has to make her way back. Ishitani gets the 1-2. Makes it all the way past. Now Ella Smith. Back with Masuzu Ito. Launches upfield. Header well won. Although not within possession. Hazelwood. Notridge. Touched on by Pridham, but only right into the pass of Emily Gale. Ishitani didn't. And again, it's this midfield in which both sides are having momentary periods of possession. But it's Comets' defence and their attack, which is what's winning them the game at the moment.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Defending very well. And they're attacking with Chrissy and Pridham and Hazelwood there, but Emily hasn't had one more of her quieter games.
Ishitani again on the set piece. Certainly can get a goal from this. Delivery's nice. Only cleared as far as the edge of the box as it's hit. Bouncing about and loose. Still again still going. Only finally cleared after a few shots at goal from Ness Reid. Gale turning under pressure and succeeding. And going back to that Monday night game against Football SA, that was definitely a game where they had chances to score, mainly from cutbacks from the byline. Those having just not came to show tonight for Modbury Vista anytime they've tried to go forward.
No, I watched that game on Monday night, and I was actually impressed with. I said earlier on, Vista should have got something out of the game. I was impressed with their attacking intent and their use of the width but tonight it just doesn't seem to have, unless he set them up differently or it just hasn't come about. But apart from Modbury out here for maybe 5 minutes in the 5 to 10 minutes in this second half, they just haven't used the width at all.
Lucas receives the ball back and boots it forward first time, and that's a loose touch off the boot of Sienna Weston, but Ito calm enough.
Get up, tuck in. Abby, higher.
That one will go out, and Comets have a triple change ready. Warren, Tambakis, as well as Anastasia Marzilli, and Hazelwood, Weston and Pridham make way. Pridham, unfortunately for her, unable to get that hat-trick tonight.
It's harsh by Joel. young kid.
As a striker too.
Yeah, jeez.
Just sorting out.
Numbers.
Yep. Not too long left in this one, just under 15 minutes. Comets seemingly on their way to a 3 points as Willoughby's taken down. Short from the free kick. That's a touch that goes right out of play from Notridge. Reed across the back line, has the option wide, doesn't decide to use her, instead goes a bit more inwards towards Nishitani, and she completes the turn up against Sasaki. The two Japanese midfielders doing battle. Of course, 3 Japanese players playing tonight, as well as Masuzu Ito in goal for Adelaide Comets. He's another international in Modbury, French. Reed calling for numbers in the box as she wanted to put that ball in. Oh, and that's a very strong collision. And play will be stopped for a head knock. Very heavy.
Yeah, it's a very heavy hit there. And again, I don't think it was intended there, just challenging for the ball, but just touch late. Mean out there.
Again, in this type of weather, those ones are going to sting extra too, as well as the possible, I guess, whiplash you can receive from a knock like that.
Yeah, that will be more of the. I think that'll be more of the injury than potentially a touch winded. The way she landed there.
He's sitting up now, at least. Abby Middleton now back on her feet, which is good to see. I think just got the knee to the head from Nishitani and trying to win that ball. Looks very ready to come back on as well.
No, she's done well to recover quickly from that. That was a fairly heavy hit.
Past the 80th minute now here at New Sports Stadium up in Modbury. And a 5th home match of the season here. Does not seem like it'll end in a home victory, as it has been on both of their occasions of their first ever 2 wins in the WNPL. Ball really just unable to be controlled there. Vista's throw to maybe just contain something for now. Used her body well there. And smart just to get herself in front. Vista continue. Mondiri gets to her, looking for options in the box. Plays the first time ball on the angle. Off the post.
Off the post, great strike. Lucky from Ella.
As Comets now have a player down as well in their front line. Seemed like a pretty innocuous thing, just sort of went down on her own footing. I might even make a change with it too. Seems like.
She made a roll her ankle, I think. Yeah,
Anna Mondiri clearly not happy with something as she protests towards the referee. Of course, not going to change much, but didn't know the supercars were nearby, Paul.
I was just thinking that's an exhaust and a half, I think. But
it's still going.
Yes. It's actually a motorbike. it's just taken off for good time. doing about 200, I reckon.
Anyway, play back underway.
So the superbikes have turned up a bit early in Adelaide. Took a wrong turn. Used to be down Tail and Bend.
That touch, heavy, but just enough to keep it in play. It's played high. Mondiri wins the header. If there can be a touch here. Ito coming to collect, but she's down for the moment as Vista continue on in attack. Ingham. Back to Nishitani. Back from Notridge. The clearance takes a slight deflection and falls all the way back to Emily Gale. Just over 5 minutes left for Comets to either add or Vista to get something out of this match. But Comets look the more likely to get a 4th as they look for the cut back here, and it'll be a tap in easily enough for Chrissy Panagaris to make it 2 for herself as well.
Great run from Abby Middleton there. Again, just how quickly can change. Just hit the post and then have half a chance at the back post, and then Comets break away down and score a 4th. Again, good run, Abby Middleton.
And you'd say very much now that is game, set, and match as we enter the last 5 minutes.
No, that's overall, again, game deserved. It'll run out a deserved win for Comets.
They will restart. Vista now, of course, they know on the back of their mind the task on hand that they have next week against Metro Stars.
But just pulls that goal difference down as well. Yeah, they had a little bit of a comfortable gap, but then it turns it around quite quickly.
Very much the definition of a 6-pointer, that one next week. Next Saturday at TK Shutter Reserve, 5 p.m. kickoff between Modbury Vista and Metro Stars. One most definitely not to miss between the sides. Sitting 8th and sitting 9th and 8th. Willoughby. Chrissy Panagaris, of course, now on for a hat-trick. I'm sure she scored plenty of braces before, and probably hat-tricks too, to be fair. Didn't play against West Adelaide on Friday night last week. And what was a loss for them, 3-1. To be back to winning ways. Again, themselves for another big test against West Torrens Berkala next week. Mondiri didn't get a connection on the pass, right, was looping. Sasaki, and on back now by Ella Smith. Mondiri, a loose touch from her. Corner.
Wins the corner. Uni are 7th, aren't they? They're on 15 points.
I believe so. I'll double check in a moment as this corner comes in.
Good corner.
Good delivery at the back post. Will it be kept in? Just about. Hingham. Touched in and needed a second, but now it's Chrissy Panagaris chasing down. Takes a lovely touch past Shanakis, but Shanakis, very good defending from her to get her body in front of Chrissy Panagaris there.
Yeah, excellent defending. I thought Chrissy had done it there and was away past her, but that's very, very good defending.
Substitution for Adelaide Comets will be Joanna Katsibis to come on.
A young girl that rolled her ankle in the middle of the park earlier on and didn't come back on.
Just on that table again, Modbury Vista currently sitting in 8th on 9 points, a minus 15 goal difference. Metro Stars sitting in 9th place with 6 points and a minus 27 above Vista in 7th place is Adelaide Uni with 15 points. So not only a win next week would put them 6 points clear of Metro Stars, but also put them somewhat within reach of Adelaide Uni, and still they're a possibility of finals if they string a few results together, Modbury Vista.
Well, that's how close it is in the middle of that table, but in 6 games to go, you're 2 games clear of 9th spot. It's a big ask. It's to win 3 out of your 6 games just to get level on points.
I think West Adelaide secured finals last night. This is an interesting thing, Paul, which we hadn't mentioned, but it's come to light now. So originally, our team sheet, which we got through Dribble, had Cal Khan named on the bench. She was then sent off in the reserves game, which meant she couldn't take her place. They did eventually change that to Joanna Katsibis, who's just come on. but now has, I think, just been told that she's not allowed to come on for, again, I'm not sure of the exact reason, but that's my assumption of what's just gone on, and now they'll bring on Kiara Bayford instead.
Yeah, I think you're right. And we spoke about that as well. We watched the end of the reserves game, so we need to be careful. But I think with the dribble, once it's submitted and approved by both teams to the referee, you've got to go and change it with the referee. And maybe they've done it. You can do it yourself in dribble, but it's got to be already approved by the referee, and both teams sort of unapprove it.
So it has to be a three-way agreement.
Yeah.
But in this case, it might have been only two.
I think
Two-thirds of it.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
That's my little bit of knowledge of dribble. It's once it's submitted, because when Vista submitted, it's got to be approved by Comets, and when Comets submit theirs, it's got to be approved by Vista, and then it goes to the referee, and then he approves the whole game. But all three have got to do a change that takes place. It looks like clubs have done all right, but they've forgot to include an important person who's in the middle.
Again, in the grand scheme of things, perhaps, is a bit of a moot point as we see a collision again there. A hefty 1-2 from Modbury on Tambakis.
A little bit of frustration there from Modbury.
Should get a booking here too.
Yeah.
We are in additional time now, in the second minute of which, but I imagine there'll be maybe still a minute or two left due to that discussion about the substitution just before. Shinakis has done some good work tonight. Has kept Chrissy Panagaris at bay in moments.
No, she's had a good game out there at full-back. I mean, Emily Hazelwood's one of the better attacking players, and she said very quiet for Emily Hazelwood, and she was on most of the game. She's done very well.
Panagaris looking to put either one of Bayford or Pridham through, but it was neither. Modbury offside. Willis goes right across her back line, but that's a poor touch, and Elizabeth Warm now through. A shot from distance. Unfazed.
Yeah, no, she read it and intercepted there, but probably the right idea, just couldn't execute it.
And a one by Ness Reid. Modbury forced back due to the pressure, and it's a free kick as well. Nishitani header flicked out for a goal kick as this match very much winds down to a close. A solid 3 points for Adelaide Comets as both sides look towards even bigger games next week.
No, for sure. Vista's focus now will be under a huge game next week against Metro, and Comets, who's deserved winners tonight. Chances they've created and opportunities. Vista have dug in there. Start of the second half, I thought it was going to be potentially going to get run over, but they've dug in.
Bayford, heavy touch, but can chase it down. Goes right to the byline and will go out of play, but goal kick of the opposition's will do. Anything to wind down the clock, you'd think, at this moment in time. As we're into the 6th minute of added time now. Bayford wins the header. Launched high. Nobody winning on the first bounce. Mondiri keeping it within touch with her boot. Saroulis getting a touch in first. Just trying to see what they can do here, but Nito again quick to collect. Throw-in goes right to Bayford. Nishitani able to collect a loose one. It's a misplaced pass. Willoughby. Panagaris is onside. Of course, can get a hat-trick here. Chrissy Panagaris. Right towards Abby Lucas, though, that shot. And that is full time of the 90. Comets 4-0 winners away at New Spot Stadium. Vista, nothing too much to write home about.
They had the spells in the game, but hit the post, yes, but didn't trouble Comets massively. Comets, again, as I said, run out, deserved winners. 4-0, got their chances, took them. Very impressed with Cardi Pridham tonight. Young girl, but lots of potential, lots of opportunity going forward there.
Brace each from Chrissy Panagaris and Kylie Pridham. The difference between these two tonight. As we wind things up here in the final match of this round 12. It's been lovely to have your company here. Hope you've enjoyed it at home in the nice, warm, heated couch or bed wherever you're watching. Hopefully we've been able to provide some company for you on this Saturday night. Paul, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, thanks, Seb. Thoroughly enjoyed it, as ever. Love watching football. So it doesn't bother me cold. Rain does a little bit after last night, but no, thanks very much for inviting me out, and I've thoroughly enjoyed the game.
No, absolutely. Full-time score here at New Spot Stadium is Modbury Vista 0, Adelaide Comets 4.